welcome to our Sunday morning gentle flow to yin yoga practice. And so today I thought we would focus a little bit on the neck and the shoulders and the upper back a little bit more, just releasing into that area. So if you are nursing any chronic pain in those areas, do go easy with some of the neck stretches that we do. Just really connect to your heart, move softly, skip anything that doesn't feel right to you. And so let's start. We're going to start with a little oil. If you have an oil, if you don't have an oil, totally fine, whatever you have. If you don't have one, just connect to the breath. And let's just take a little moment to just arrive, drop the shoulders away from the ears, sit nice and tall, maybe sit on a little cushion just to kind of comfort the low spine. Rub your hands together and then just take a few inhales. If you're using an oil, inhale. If not, just rub the hands and bring the hands together at the heart. I do encourage you to buy a little relaxing essential oil for this class. Exhale. One more breath. And let's bring both of our hands onto our heart space. And just take a little moment to connect. And there's a little quote that a friend kind of mentioned on Friday night. She mentioned that how sometimes out of our darkest moments, the biggest pearls of wisdom appear. And it made me think about a Rumi quote. So I'm just going to share that with you for a moment as you connect to your heart. And Rumi was an ancient Sufi poet that you might have heard of. And this quote is, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." And so I just want us to take a moment just to think about that. And sometimes out of our greatest adversities, for those of us that are traversing perimenopause and menopause, there can be many of those, comes this amazing source of wisdom and knowledge. Sometimes out of our deepest moments of grief come our biggest triumphs and strengths. So just take a little moment here, a few times today, to think about your light. Connecting to your beautiful light, all that you are. One more breath here. Sigh it out, clear it out through the mouth. One more big sigh. Inhale. Hold the breath, sigh it out. And we're going to start with this little breathing practice called humming bee breath. And this is an amazing breath for the hormones. So you bring the thumb onto this little flappy part of the ear here, the tridega. You're going to close that down and bring the hands over the eyes. And this technique can be used anytime you feel yourself feeling a little bit stressed out, a little bit disconnected. Literally 1 minute of doing this and you'll come back into your body, okay, and balance those hormones. So we're going to do it 5 times. You just let out a hum. Doesn't matter how you sound. I can't hear you. So you just hum, and that stimulates the vagus nerve, which goes from the brain all the way down and soothes the parasympathetic nervous system, okay? So just relax into it. Close up that little part of the ear, cover the physical eyes, draw into your internal eye 5 times. Mm. 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 When you finish, just bring your hands down onto your thighs, facing up for abundance and receptivity, and facing down for grounding. Just notice your body, your mind. Taking a couple of breaths here. Last breath. And then we're going to do some neck sun salutations. So we bring the head to the right as we inhale. And we bring the hair back to the center as we exhale. Bring the neck to the other side. Inhale. Back to the center as we exhale. We look up, we inhale. We look down, we exhale. And bring your gaze back towards me. Again, look to the right, inhale. Look to the center, exhale. Look to the left, inhale. Back to the center, exhale. Look up, inhale. Look down, exhale. Start to find some neck rolls, half neck rolls, full neck rolls as you feel. Maybe today, half neck rolls are what you want. Just listening to your body. Maybe a little sigh or a little yawn comes in. Let it release. Good. It's good when you yawn. One more. And then bringing your head back to the center. You're going to take your right hand, bring your right hand onto your ear and go very easy. These muscles are very gentle. And then bring the left hand behind your back like this. So it's just kind of along where the bikini strap is. And then just gently release. You're just gently, lovingly drawing that head down. So you're just stretching those muscles through the neck, nothing too intense. Take a deep breath. Exhale, relax through the jaw, the face. Coming all the way up. Switching sides. Very gently moving here. These are delicate little muscles. Just feeling that little stretch. And exhale and release. Bringing your hands onto your knees. You may want to release your cushion here. We're going to take some what we call Sufi rolls. You're just going to start to roll the body, just moving into the spine. Elbows are bent and you're bringing your heart space forward and back. So you're feeling into the low back. It might be a little circle. Lovely Andrea, lovely Rachel, Lorraine. Just, it may be a little circle, or maybe you feel like, oh, you want to get in a bit more. Changing direction if you haven't already. Changing direction one more time, getting into the shoulders, bringing the shoulders forward, moving into the shoulders. Last time, changing direction. And then straightening the spine. We're going to bring the right shoulder forward, left one back. And then coming all the way up, left one forward, right one back. Oh. And all the way up. So as women, we often carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So today we're going to let that go. We don't need to carry anything on our shoulders. Just relax. Last one. Beautiful. And then coming all the way up. And let's make our way into a child's pose today. So I'm going to suggest a child's pose with the knees together today, a traditional child's pose, and then bring the arms down by the side of the body. If you need a bit of support, you can bring a block under the forehead so that you've got that little support on the head. Bring the arms behind you here. You just take a couple of breaths here. And just let the arms go, let the shoulders go. 2 more breaths here. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Breathing in your beautiful light, and as you exhale, sending that light out to the world. And then coming up to all fours, taking your knees a little bit wider so they're in alignment with the hips. Let me turn around this way so you can see me. Don't have to look at my bum. So your wrists are under your shoulders. If you need some knee support, then do take it. Press into the left hand, and your right hand is going to lift up here. And we're getting into that mid back. So it doesn't matter if you just come to here, you just want to feel that stretch. Stretch up. And then as you exhale, just bring that arm through. We're not going to bring the arm onto the floor. We're just flowing here. So you're just going to bring it through like this so it stays off the floor. And then you inhale, draw it up again. Beautiful, Lorraine. So you're just getting into that thoracic spine, behind the heart, behind the lungs. And just keep flowing here with your breath. I invite you to have a little pause at the top of the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale. 2 more. Just getting into those little stiff, stuck areas. Letting the breath out through mouth or through nose. Last one. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale, we're going to bring that arm through and come into our eye of the needle. So the back of the hand slides onto the floor. We come down onto block or floor onto the right cheek. And this left hand can stay by your face. You can extend it forward, or you can bring it onto your lower back, or you can bring it right round to the right hip crease. See what feels good for your shoulders. And if you want a little bit more weight in that shoulder, you can just shift your body forward a little tiny bit, kind of into the cheek, and that gives you a bit more weight, only if you need that. But you want to feel like you can breathe easy. Sometimes I, recommend taking the easy option, just so you can breathe nice and easy. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Sending that beautiful light that is in your heart out to the world with the exhale. One more breath. And then bringing that left hand back towards your face. Pressing into that left hand, taking that right arm up to the sky. Take a little circle with that right arm just to release into that shoulder. And then bringing your arm down again. So just checking that your knees are in alignment to your hips here. Your toes can be tucked as you feel, or you can be on the front of the feet. Press into the right hand. Left hand lifts up, left arm. Exhale through. Staying high off of the mat here. Inhale up. Exhale. And just notice how your left side feels. Do you feel a little bit more blocked in the left side, the feminine? Or do you feel more open? Beautiful. 2 more. Last one. Little smile to your inner child as you exhale. Bring that arm through. Settle in. You may need your cushion or your block under your face for a bit of support here. So we're on the left cheek. Our right hand is either by the face or it's extended in front of us. Or if you want it a bit deeper, you can bring that hand onto the low back, the sacred bone, or around to the left hip crease and lift the shoulder more. Just feeling. And if you want a heavier, bit of a deeper stretch, just shift forward a little bit and take more weight. Beautiful, Andrea. Just breathe in. Make sure you can breathe easy. 2 more breaths. Letting go. And then bringing that right arm down by the face, pressing into the right hand, raising the left hand. Take a little bit of movement here, just release. And then bringing both hands down. So we're going to come into our heart opening pose, a puppy pose. So we want to make sure, I can't always see, your knee and your hip are right in alignment here. And you're going to come down onto the forearms. We're just going to take this for 5 breaths. So option is to stay on the forearms like this, or to start to bring the arms forward. You can put some support under the head if you need. And I invite you to just do a little wiggle. Just wiggle the hips here. And this is quite strong. So if it's too strong, come up to here. Okay. And you're just going to just feel into the shoulders. Just going to take a few breaths here. Just melting into the back of your heart. So you should be feeling the stretch kind of in the shoulders, but also in that low back in the sacrum. Two more breaths. Connecting into the back of your heart, the back of your lungs, your center of life. And then slowly, slowly coming up, tucking your toes. Now I know this is not always the most popular pose, but we're just going to do it for a couple of breaths if you can, coming back into a little toe stretch. Everyone in my in-person classes always hates this. Just for a little stretch into the feet. Just take a moment with your hands in prayer, just honoring your beautiful feet that connect us to the earth. If it's too uncomfortable, come out. Stay with me. Two more breaths. Feeling grounded, stable. Last breath. And then come into your all fours pose. So always options to take cat-cow. If you don't want to come into downward facing dog, you choose what feels right for your body. We're going to start to lift up, come into our down dog. So we want to be looking at the ankles or the shins. So the back of the neck is long. Maybe just take a little yes, yes, yes wiggle of the head so we're not holding any tension. Beautiful, Lorraine. Pedal right side, left side. Oh, always my ankles and calves are always tight. I don't know about yours. Just moving from side to side. Whew, two more little stretches here. And then let's start to walk our hands back towards our feet. So bringing the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees a little bit. Bend the knees, take your hands onto your elbows and just have a little swing here, but bring your awareness to your shoulders and see if you can just drop them down. Maybe a little kind of rock, a little swing, ragdoll pose. Oh, I love this. Such a beautiful pose that we're holding ourselves. Couple more little swings. Lovely. And then root to rise, start to slowly, slowly come up, coming all the way up to standing. And when you get to the top, let's roll those shoulders. We've all lost our heads. Come back into rolling the shoulders away. Beautiful. Then we're going to come into a little balancing pose today. So there's always the option to take tree legs and just do tree, but we're going to come into our eagle pose. So bring your weight into your right leg, and then the left leg comes around in some way. It may just get to here. It may come around to here. Some people really find this difficult, so you can always just take a tree leg, okay? Bring your hands on your hips. Focus your gaze at one little point and just see if you can bring the leg around in some way. Bend the standing knee a little bit. It's fine to wobble. It's actually good for the brain to wobble. So just find this position. Start to focus your mind on one point. If you're feeling steady here, you can wrap the right arm around the left, okay? Eagle arms, or you can just bring the arms together like this. So I'm just checking you can see me. So it's kind of like this. Perfect, great, Lorraine. But don't battle with the legs, just take tree legs. And just find your poise, find your steady. These balancing poses really help us to ground, to focus the mind. And this one's a great one to open the hips and the shoulders. One more breath. And then exhale, just release the arms, just for a breath. Bring your torso forward like a soaring eagle. Beautiful. Coming all the way up. Have a little shake out of the legs and the hips. Just release. And then your eagle on the other side, channeling that beautiful eagle. And so then just bring the other leg round. Sometimes one leg you can do and the other leg is impossible. We're all kind of made differently. So just bring the hands on the hips, focus here. Let go of any expectation. Take tree legs if you need and bring the left arm around. Bring the elbows forward, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Go easy with this, Rachel, in case it makes your arm a little bit niggly. Beautiful. Feeling that strength, that power, that steady poise. One more deep inhale in and sigh it out. And then release your arms behind you, palms facing forward, torso comes forward, soaring eagle, looking at what you want from this beautiful life. And then bringing your hands together, take a little wiggle out of the hips. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the right leg. So you're going to bring your hips towards the short edge of your mat. Let's see if I put this down so you can see my feet. You won't see my head, but you'll see my feet. Okay, so right foot is forward, left foot is back, but we're not mega wide. So, you know, in a lot of the standing poses, we're here. With this one, we're more here, okay? Pyramid pose. And if you've got 2 blocks and you want to use some blocks, you can have those in front of you now. If you don't, then don't worry at all. So from here, sorry you can't see my head, but you can see you can see what matters. Get my head again soon. Right, let me just put that back a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna bring the hands either onto the elbows, which is where most people want to be, or you can bring the hands into reverse prayer, okay, which may serve your body. So it may not. Many people find this really difficult. So choose what one feels best for your body. So your feet are facing forward, the back toes are slightly tucked, and the hips are facing the short edge of your mat, okay? And then I just want you to here roll the shoulders back. So just roll your shoulders back, take your gaze slightly up. Take a little moment to grip into the feet and just gently lift the pelvic floor muscles. So you're just lifting, drawing that energy up, a little squeeze, look up, and then exhale, come forward. And you're feeling into the hamstrings, but we don't want to overdo it. So we're just going to literally, as we inhale, we come up again. So it's like inhale up, exhale fold. And it may just be a little movement. You don't have to get the ribs all the way down. We're just flowing here. So we inhale up, exhale forward. And draw that right hip bone back a bit. So you should be feeling your hamstrings just gently start to awaken. Legs are straight. Exhale. And maybe your body wants to release forward more. Maybe it doesn't. You just want to feel that sweet stretch of the hamstring. Nothing too crazy. 2 more. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale wherever you get to. That may be halfway forward, just hold into that spot, pressing into the feet, feeling that stretch. Breathe into that stretch. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. One more. Coming all the way up. Keeping your hands in this position, switching your feet around to the other side. Roll the shoulders back, nice long spine, press into the feet, look up. Little squeeze of the what we call Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, drawing that energy up. And then exhale as you start to flow. And again, just feeling in. So just drawing that left hip bone back a little bit. So you're feeling that stretch as this left leg goes back. That's it. Legs are straight. And again, just noticing your left side. How does your left side feel? Does it feel a little bit more stiff? Does it feel more open than the right side? Inhaling up, a little pause, and then exhaling as you fold forward. Wherever you are, accept where you are. It's where you're meant to be. 2 more. Nice little hamstring stretch. Beautiful, Lorraine. Last one. And we're just going to hold wherever you are. Maybe your shoulders are in alignment to the hips. Maybe they're further forward. Just hold in that space just for 3 breaths. Last one. And root to rise, coming all the way up. And then releasing your legs. So we're just going to take a little breathing practice here. And this is a little Qigong practice where we just release any pressure that we need to release, okay? And so you bring one hand on top of the other like this, and you do this, it's like a hissing breath. So you kind of go, yeah, it doesn't look the most pretty, but you're kind of going to, and that releases pressure. So you're kind of releasing out of the sides of your mouth. This is also a really good breathing practice if you get hot flashes. Yeah, I'll make a reel on hot flashes this week actually, but this is a good one. So anything that you kind of want to let go, we're just going to release it with this pressure. So the legs aren't like mega wide, they're kind of here. One hand comes on top of the other. So think about anything that you want to let go today. Inhale, breathe it up. And then you just do this hissing. Beautiful, really slow. Send it away. And again, inhale, draw it up. Exhale, hiss it away. And again, we all look like crazy women with a smile. Hiss it away. Have a little smile. Important not to take ourselves too seriously in yoga. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, hiss it away. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then all the way up. Interlace your hands at the top. Press your hands up to the sky. Press into the feet. Stretch over to the right. Over to the left. Over to the right again. And over to the left. And then bring your hands down to your heart. So we want the knees to be kind of in alignment. You may want to snuggle the feet a little bit wider here, a little bit of strength. Bring the heels of the hands above the knees, not on the knees. And we're going to do what we did at the start, but this time kind of standing. So your right side comes forward, your left side goes back. And then your left one goes forward, or right one goes back, connecting to your strength. Beautiful. Have a little smile, smiling at your inner organs. And again, 2 more. Feeling gratitude for yourself today. Last one. And then root to rise, coming all the way up. So now you're going to take your feet, step your feet as wide as you can. And the outside edges of the feet are flush with the mat. So they're straight, they're not pointing out, okay? And then from here, we're going to interlace the hands behind us. If this feels uncomfortable, you can just have the hands behind you, okay? So interlace the hands, the knuckles are facing down, and you're stretching down and draw the shoulders back and take your gaze up to the sky. And exhale, starting to come forward. And again, you may just come to here. You may want to come halfway so that your shoulders are in alignment with your hips, or you may feel that you want to come lower. So just really tune into what you're feeling. We're going to flow a little bit here at first. So inhale, coming up, pressing into the outside edges of the feet, lifting. Exhale, coming forward, listening to your body, to your shoulders. Maybe your hands raise up higher over your head, maybe they don't. Keep moving, keep flowing, moving that energy. Inhale up. Exhale, wherever you want to be today. And again, 2 more little flows. You can stay high. If this makes you feel dizzy, please do stay high. Letting go, relaxing through the jaw, the face. Last one, inhale up. And exhale, wherever you need to be. And just really bring your awareness to the back of your shoulders. Just releasing. One more breath. And root to rise, coming all the way up. Take a moment at the top. Release your hands. Bring your hands in front of you. So your knuckles are facing me, and you're going to round through the back. Look down towards the floor. Press into the feet. And as you inhale again, flip the palms so they come up to the sky. Bring the hands up. Maybe bring the hands back. Take a little breath here. Breathing into your heart. And then bringing your hands all the way down to your heart. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to start to travel back down onto the mat here. So if you have any knee issues, you may just want to come to seated. If you can come into Hindi squat and you haven't got any knee issues, then please do. But I know that this doesn't serve everyone's body. So you can just sit on the floor. The other thing you can do with this is sit on a block. Okay, so you can have the block under your bum and it's not quite as much pressure on the knees. So just see what you're feeling with your body. Always skip if it doesn't feel right and just take a couple of breaths here. This is a beautiful asana to balance the hormones. And just take a little moment. Coming back to that quote for the day, the wound is the place where the light enters you. Breathing into that and letting it go. And then just a little stretch here. Again, you can skip this if you choose, bringing your right hand down onto the floor in front of you. An option to take this left arm up to the sky. And then bringing it down, switching. So that left arm comes down, the leg is sort of pressing on the arm and the other arm lifts. Oh, and then release all the way down. Beautiful. We're going to come down to seated. And bring your hands onto your ankles, and the feet can be further forward, they can be closer back. You might have a bolster, you might have a couple of blocks that you're working with today. You may not. Whatever's happening with your props, then use. And again, you may want to sit on a little cushion here or just move the flesh off of the buttocks. So we're going to inhale, just looking up to the sky. And just exhale first, just dropping the shoulders down. And again, inhale, just take the shoulders up. Exhale, drop the shoulders. And don't worry about how you look in this. You may look like this today, just a little stretch, that's fine. Your hands may walk forward. Just close your eyes, let go of that expectation. We're just letting the head be heavy and relax. It's nice to have the props because as your fascia starts to release, you may feel that your body actually does melt into those props. So as you feel, let's close our eyes, moving into the yin part of our practice today. Coming into that stillness that we so need in our modern world. And just to say something else that you can do is if you have two blocks, you can always put your arms on those blocks and then put your head into that space. It is good to try to have some support for the head, but if you don't have, that's fine too. And let go. Moving into that healing space of stillness where we heal, rest and relax. Just listening to your breath. If your mind wanders, just be kind and come back to the breath. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to go quiet, but know that I'm here, holding space for you. As your body lets go, you may feel that you want to come a little bit deeper. You may want to move your arms and let your head come to the blocks or rest on your support more. Connecting to our feminine energy of receptivity. Sighing anything that you need to clear out, sighing it out. As we move into our final minute, you may feel that you want to go even deeper. Surrendering with the exhale. Feeling safe. Take our final few breaths here. And slowly start to come up. Keeping your eyes closed, just bring your thumbs onto your feet and just feel into the soles of your feet. Maybe giving them a little squeeze, giving yourself a little bit of reflexology in between yoga. Take an inhale and then relax it out. And then we're going to extend the right leg forward. And the right leg stays forward, not out to the side today. And then the left foot comes into the groin. Some people like a bit of support here underneath this knee. So if you do need support, take that support there if it's too much for the hips. Move the flesh off of your buttocks. And we're going to inhale, stretch up. And then just exhale, we're just going to take a few little flows. So just allow the back to round, allow it to round. Often we go straight into like a flat back with this, but actually it's nice just to round the back. Inhale up. Beautiful, Lorraine. Really listening to your beautiful bodies. One more. And then exhale, melting over that leg. And your hands can be up, again, for receptivity, abundance, down for grounding. You can have the hands close to the body. You can have them further down the leg. You can have them on the leg or on the foot. But we're going to stay here for a few minutes. So maybe just go into the easier version. We'll stay here for like 2 minutes each side. So just allow the head to be heavy. Let the shoulders relax. Making sure that you can breathe nice and easy. Let the head roll down. And these forward folding poses are very good to relax the nervous system and help us just ease into complete relaxation. Sigh it out, relax through the jaw, relax through the face. Beautiful. You can walk your hands further down towards the shin or the ankle if that feels sweet for you. Maybe just going a little bit deeper for this last kind of 20 seconds. Maybe letting out some noise. Little sighs. I love a little sigh. Two more breaths. And slowly, slowly coming up. Taking some time at the top to notice your spine, your hips. And then switching sides, bringing the right leg in, the left leg out. Again, just moving the flesh off the buttocks. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears, down the spine. Inhale, stretching up. Feeling grateful, feeling abundant. And then exhale, just a little rounding of the back. So many times when you go to a yoga class, it's all about kind of a flat back. And I just think, no, round. Round the back as you feel. And if you want to flatten the back, then do. Exhale. And then inhale, stretching up. And exhale, closing your eyes, not worrying about anyone else, just allowing that melting, that beautiful, like heaviness, that stillness that comes with yin, that acceptance of where you are at with your practice. Let the head get heavy. 2 minutes here. Let the tongue, the mouth, the jaw, the face relax. Beautiful, Lorraine. Andrea, just keeping your mind on that breath. The most important thing in a yoga class is the breath. Nothing else matters. Doesn't matter how flexible you are. It's just having that presence in the breath and the mind being present on the breath. Finding that stillness, that quietness that we so crave in our busy worlds. Maybe you want to walk the hands down the leg. Maybe you want to bring the hands around the ankle or the foot for this last minute. Final 3 breaths. Slowly, slowly coming up. Just taking a little moment at the top. And then fluttering your eyes open. So we're going to come into a pose called cow face pose. But see where your legs are at with this. Okay, so if you battle with the legs, just come into cross legs with it. Okay, so the full pose, one leg kind of comes over the other like this. But in my classes, people always look at me sometimes like, yeah, well, we can't do that, Kate. So I do understand. The legs may be like this. They may be like this, okay? So if this is uncomfortable, let it go and come into this, okay? See where your legs are at. If you can bring the feet on the floor. We ideally want both bones of the bum, the seat bones, to be on the floor, okay? So find a little cross that feels right for your body today. So if your left leg is in front, like mine is, then you're going to use that arm to go up. Okay, so Rachel, again, go easy with the elbow. This might be great, but it might not be. So just see how you feel. So the left arm comes up, okay, and then that left arm bends. And you can do this with a strap in the arm, but we're not going to today. So bring that arm behind you, and then bring your other arm up and take hold of that elbow. And just draw that elbow down so you're getting that little stretch there, okay? Feed into that little stretch. Stretch a little bit over to the left so you're feeling that stretch in the side body and then straightening the spine. So option to either stay here or, depending on your shoulders, to bring this left arm behind you. Now the hands may not reach, that's fine, or your fingertips may just touch. But you don't want to feel tweaky. You want to feel it kind of like a nice stretch. If you've got a tweaky feeling, come back to this one, okay? And just accept your hands can just be on your back and try and roll the shoulders back so the spine's long. You're not kind of hunching. So just roll the shoulders back and down. Take a little inhale here. And then we're just going to come forward a little bit with the torso. Doesn't have to be much. And then come back a little bit, okay? And then again, and you may want to come into this one and then just bring the torso forward to where you feel that little stretch in the hips and then coming up again. And again, exhale forward. And then inhale back up. Last one. So we're inhaling at the top, we're exhaling as we go forward. And then coming all the way up. Releasing both of your arms, stretching up to the sky. And then just for a breath, coming forward, bringing the hands on the floor, let the head drop down, bowing. And then releasing your hands back towards you. And then switching the legs. So the left leg is over the top. No, the right leg is on the top, left leg underneath. And just see where your legs are at, okay? Maybe they're here, maybe they're nowhere near that, maybe they're cross legs, okay? So then bring the opposite. So this time the right arm is coming up to the sky. Bend that right arm. Take a hold of the elbow and then just take a little stretch over, releasing into the side body. Take a breath here. Feeling that space. Ooh. Coming back to the center, either staying here or releasing that arm behind you. Your fingers may be nowhere near each other, or the fingertips may touch, or you may bring the fingers together, finding a little bind. See what you feel in your body. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders down away from the ears. And then come forward a little bit. Torso comes forward. And then inhale as you come back up. Pause and exhale, go forward. And again, 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale forward. Last one. Inhale. Hold at the top. Release both of your hands. Stretch up. And exhale, melt over just for a breath. And then we're going to bring our hands behind us. So we're just going to take one little stretch here before we lie down onto our back. So options here, your hands are facing towards you. Your legs can be straight and you can either take this stretch just like this, or you can lift up the hips a little bit, or you can lift them up a little bit more as you feel. So just feel into your shoulders, just take a little breath. And then releasing all the way down to your mat. And then bringing your knees in towards you. So take the knees wide and just circle the knees here in one direction and then the other direction. Beautiful. And then you're going to bring your knees, I'm hoping you can see me okay. Bring your feet quite close to the body. The knees stay bent. And we're just going to take a little flow in this. And if you do have your little block and your little support, then do have that handy as well. So from here, we're just going to start to tilt the pelvis. Just gently tilting, just elongating the spine. And then we're going to start to lift the hips as we bring the arms up as well. But we're doing this super slow. So inhale, the arms, wrists can come up to shoulders, or the arms can come behind you. But we're just going to do this mega slow. And then inhale, coming down. And again, inhale, really slow. Hands can just stay here or they can come behind you. And release. And again, 2 more of these little, just like really mega slow flows. Bring the hands behind you. And then release down. Last one. And then bringing your hands and your hips down. So if you have a cushion or a little block, we're going to lift the hips and see how this feels for your low spine. If there's any tweakiness, please do come out. So you're going to lift the hips and either put a little cushion or a little block just underneath the lower part of your spine here. You can have it on a higher edge, but just go easy. See how it feels for you. So you want it on where the 2 little dimples are, kind of on the spine, that lower part, the sacrum, okay? And then from there, see how that feels. And then let your palms come out. Depending on your low back, you may want to stay here with the knees bent, okay? Some people do like to extend the legs a little bit, but go very easy and see how that feels. If it feels sweet, then you can extend the legs more. For me, it feels really strong like this. So just taking, we're going to stay here for maybe about, I don't know, 5 breaths, not too long. Closing your eyes, back of the neck is long, chin is tucked in. Just taking some time to connect into this part of the spine, this sacred bone where we often hold a lot of emotions. So when we're connecting to the wound, this area is an important area to just focus on for a few moments. To connect to our beautiful light. And just try and let go of the muscles in the bum. See if you can just kind of let them go a little bit here, just for a couple more breaths. 2 more breaths. Final one. And then slowly start to walk your feet back towards your cushion or your block. Gently, with love, lift your hips, move your block or your cushion out from underneath you. Slowly come down and step your feet, like bring your feet as wide as the mat. So the feet are really wide. Bring your arms wide so your palms are facing up, and just bring the right knee in and the left one out. So after we've done a back bend, we want to just reset the back. I know you want to bring the knees in and give yourself a hug, but this is like a better way to reset the back. So we just, right knee comes in, left one comes out, just relaxing into the back. Two more. And then start to bring your knees in towards you, squeezing the knees in, just rocking from side to side, massaging the low spine, the sacrum, giving yourself a hug, giving yourself some love. And then let's draw the right leg in, extend the left leg. So squeeze that right leg up towards the right shoulder and extend the left leg. And then switch sides. Interlace around the shin, extend the right leg, draw that left leg right in, up towards the shoulder. And then bring both knees in, and we're going to come into our happy baby. I love this. So you bring the hands either onto the ankles, the outside edges of the shins, or bring the legs to the hands to the outside edge of the feet. And just start to rock here. Close your eyes. You may want to find a little variation where you stretch the right and the left, but just hang out here. Just self-soothing, rocking from side to side. Two more. And then bring your knees in towards you. Give yourself a little hug. We're going to do one more little stretch before we go into Shavasana. So hopefully you can see me. So this stretch is kind of like, it's almost like a banana stretch. So you're going to bring like your right foot over your left, and if hopefully you can see, my torso is going to kind of go, so basically my right foot is over my left, okay, and then I'm going to take my hands towards the left as well, so I'm kind of in the shape of a banana, and then my left hand is going to come around my wrist or onto the hand, and you just feel a little stretch, a little tug from here. Hopefully you can see that okay. So you're just stretching over. If that's too intense, just bring the hands together in some way. Okay. So my right hand, sorry, is on my left wrist, and I'm just stretching over here. Just feel what feels right for your hands. Hopefully you can see me. Most important thing is your kind of feet are towards the left and your hands are towards the left. Just take a couple of breaths here. Last breath. And then release the arms. So we're going to bring the legs all the way over towards the right. And then this time the left leg hooks over the right, okay? And then we kind of create this banana with the top so that my hips are sort of more in the middle of the mat, my feet are down to the bottom, and then my hands are going to come over to the right. And you can interlace the hands, you can bring your right fingers around the left wrist, see what feels right, but you're just getting that stretch so that the feet are towards the corner and the hands are towards the corner. It's difficult for me, I don't have the space, but seeing what you have. Getting that stretch. So you're feeling that stretch in the left side body. A couple of breaths here in your banana stretch. Last breath. And then releasing, and we're going to set up for a lovely Shavasana. So if you have a bolster or a cushion, you may want that under your knees. If you don't, that's absolutely fine. But just get yourself set up. You know, you may want a little cushion under the head, or you may want a little towel to support the neck. Whatever you feel, just make sure you're really comfy and that you can receive today. We're going to take 5 minutes in a beautiful Shavasana. Actually, maybe a little bit more. We'll take about 7 minutes today, so take a little bit longer. So let's just settle in here. And just to help you, just to settle, we're going to take a few little squeezes. So again, anything that you need to just let go of through your cells, just draw that in now and squeeze it up. Make your hands into fists, scrunch your face, squeeze it in, scrunch your belly. Inhale, squeeze it in, and then let it go. 2 more like that. Fists, squeeze, squeeze, scrunch face, squeeze it in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let it go. Big sigh out. Last one, setting us up for our Shavasana. Squeeze anything that you need to release in. Get it in, and then let's let it go. Relaxing your body. Letting go. Relaxing the eyes, the face, the mouth, the tongue. Relaxing the neck, the shoulders, the hands, the spine. Relaxing your hips, your legs, your feet, your toes. Just allowing your whole body to get heavy and release with the exhale. Just allowing yourself to be here in this stillness, in this quiet. And the most important asana of yoga is Shavasana. Letting go with every exhale. Just allowing your mouth to fall open, allowing the jaw to relax. I'm going to stay here for a couple more minutes, seeing if you can really, really surrender. Giving yourself this deep medicine, this healing medicine. I invite you to bring one hand onto your heart and the other hand onto your womb space, your creative space. And just take a couple of moments here to connect into your heart. And again, just coming back to that Rumi quote, the wound is the place where the light enters you. And just feeling into what that means for you as you breathe into your heart and you send that healing light into your womb space. Three more breaths into this beautiful love and light. On your next inhale, starting to release your hands, find a stretch. And then bring your legs in towards you. Once again, give yourself a little hug. And rocking and rolling over to your side, whatever feels good for you, making your way to meet me in seated. And we're going to finish with Nadi Shodhana today, which is alternate nostril breathing. So bringing your left hand onto your knee, or you can bring the hand into Chin Mudra with the index finger under the thumb as you feel. Hand down for grounding, up for abundance and receptivity. Right hand comes towards the face, so index finger and middle finger down onto the thumb mound. We use the thumb and the ring finger, okay? And we bring the thumb onto the right nostril and we inhale through the left. So thumb on right, inhale through left. Roll shoulders away from ears, spine straight. Inhale. Left comes down onto the nostril, pause, and slowly exhale right side. So the thumb releases from the right side. Inhale, same side. Thumb comes down, release left side. So we exhale left side this time. Okay. Inhale, same side, left side. Close. Exhale, right side. Inhale, same side. Thumb comes down. Option to hold the breath a little bit or not. Exhale, left side. Inhale, same side. Close, pause. Two more rounds. Exhale, right side. Inhale, right side. Close, pause. Exhale, left side. Bring right hand to meet the left. Close your eyes. Sit in meditation. This is such a powerful breathing practice to do to bring yourself into balance. And then bring your hands together at your heart. Just rub the hands, get some energy into the hands. And take your hands and place them over your physical eyes just to draw into that inner eye, the true eye. The eye of our intuition, of our self-knowing, our wisdom. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Closing out with a grounding Om if you choose to join me today. Om. Feeling grateful. And so, for those of you that may want to journal now, you may not want to journal, but if you feel to, I'm just going to give you a couple of journal prompts. So, the first one is, what gift of light are you bringing to the world today? What gift of light are you bringing to the world today? And the second one is, maybe you want to reflect on a past wound and list something good that came from that. Just an option. Maybe you want to sit with a past wound and list the light that came from that. Just options. Thank you. Namaste.